Hi everyone, this is Jessie from the Annapolis Valley Chamber of Commerce again. I've got Michael here, who is the pharmacy manager of the Wilson's Pharmasave in Berwick. He's going to share some info with us and give us some updates. So Michael, we've gotten through a month and a half of this whole lockdown. So I know you're one of the essential businesses that have stayed open, and in knowing that, I've been wondering, how have you been conducting business, and how have your customers been responding to the changes you have in place?
Right. Yeah, it has definitely been a transitional period, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
The way we've conducted business in the last couple of weeks, it has changed pretty significantly and really rapidly. So we're shifting away from in-person consultations wherever necessary. And we're encouraging people to contact us over the phone for prescription refills, as well as general questions. We're also encouraging people to use the drive-through service as much as possible, just to avoid that person-to-person contact as much as we can. And these changes as well, they've been kind of facilitated by the relaxation in our government rules from the government and our regulatory authority as well. So previously, all of our expanded scope services, so like renewing prescriptions and minor ailment assessments, there was a requirement for us to do that in person.
Okay.
But they've sort of relaxed a bit of that. So with people having difficulty getting out to see a doctor on a good day, that's sort of been magnified by the pandemic and the state of emergency. So lifting that requirement for us to see people in person has really helped us sort of maintain that service and expand it a bit.
Right. Okay. Great. Okay. Yeah. Lots of new stuff there. I didn't know. So that's
Yeah.
great. Perfect. So what has been the biggest challenge over these last few weeks?
Biggest challenge I've been facing is kind of keeping up with the rapid and constant change to our own scope of practice. So I mentioned a bit of that before, kind of a relaxation of rules. And it's kind of something of a testament to the Nova Scotia College of Pharmacists that they've been really rapid in their response and kind of keeping up to date with how practice is going to change in response to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of mobilizing pharmacists in the province to meet the patient's greater need.
Right.
It seems like pretty well every week there's been some major change to our responsibility. So as an example, last week or the week before, our guidelines for injection administration changed. So previously there was kind of a short list of all the medications that, yes, we can inject this, yes, we can inject this, 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 and this, but pretty well everything else, no, go see your doctor. And sort of just one day they brought out the new regulations, said, nope, any medication that's injectable by intramuscular injection, pharmacists can do it now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like previously, any changes like that, it'd be months and months in the making. They'd redraft and publish out guidelines for us to review, and you'd see it coming miles away. But these days, it's sort of, if it's in the best interest of the patient, let's do it.
Yeah, fast changes for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's great. So what about, what are some of the positive things that have come up with all of this? I'm assuming like changes are happening a lot faster than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one thing, is that we've seen our scope of practice sort of adapted to better serve the public.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happened in a way that wouldn't be as quick as on a regular day.
Right.
And then you've got other things as well from a more local level. Like I've sort of been forced to come up with the framework for a work from home type of situation.
Right.
So when the social distancing measures first came into place here, I had a pharmacist and assistant who were away on vacation, one down the Dominican, one out west in Victoria. And so when they came back, of course, they had to self-isolate for 2 weeks.
Right.
And so it puts a bit of strain on everybody else sort of working overtime a bit. So this is not something that I even thought about exploring before, but what I did is set up one of the office computers with a remote connection for our dispensing software. So although my pharmacist was kind of stuck at home with her cat, she could just sort of log in and process prescriptions through, handle faxes, that kind of thing. It takes a little bit of the burden off. And I found that even with all of us back to full strength working our regular shifts, I'll still on my time off at home, I can just log in the computer, give them a hand if they need it, or kind of check things out. So it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that's nice. You have like a stronger connection now, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great. Is there anything that your customers could do for you during this time, or is there anything else that you would like to share with us before we go?
Well, it's, I guess, like generally speaking, like we're all living in a really weird and potentially very frustrating time. So
Yeah.
I understand any of those sort of difficulties everybody has with these changes of practice and the evolving situation we deal with. Mostly, I just want to thank all of our customers for their ongoing support and assistance. It's been really good. Like we have a weekly call with some of our other managers in our in our group across the province, and I know a lot of people have a lot of difficulty with customers explaining different like changes to practice, restrictions that are placed on us, and how we have to operate.
Right.
But I don't have much to contribute to those conversations because our customer base has been really receptive and really supportive. So it has been fantastic. Definitely want to thank all the other healthcare workers and other frontline workers for continued service. And as far as asking anything else, just continued patience and understanding. It means the world to us.
Yeah.
And then, like I was saying before, we're continuing to use the phone as much as possible, use our drive-through as much as possible. We're not going anywhere, so
Yeah. No.
Those services are obviously going to stay the same, if not ramp up. Our delivery service is going 5 days a week now, so yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Because again, with all the quick changes, there still needs to be patience to understand and go along with this whole process. That yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, this has been great, Michael. Thanks so much for taking the time to share this information with us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I wish you and your staff all the best.
Thanks so much.
We'll see ya.
Bye now.